writing straight with crooked lines. Writing straight with crooked lines. In our first reading, we hear this interesting account about Rebekah going to great lengths to trick her husband into giving their son Jacob his blessing instead of Esau. And she does this by putting Jacob in Esau's clothes, putting animal skins on him to make him seem hairy, and making an appetizing dish. I guess some parents do actually have favorites. And then we have Jacob going along with the deception and straight lying to his father, not once, but over and over to get his blessing. And so what is the importance of the blessing? Well, in that time, my brothers and sisters, it was like, who gets all the inheritance after Isaac dies? And so it is a big deal to get the blessing. Now, before we feel too bad for Esau, later we're going to find out that he trades his inheritance to Jacob for a bowl of stew. So, maybe Esau didn't think it was that important after all. But this doesn't change the fact that in today's account, Rebekah and Jacob are deceitful. They lie. They sin. They go sideways, if you will. But here's the thing. God still makes it work out, as Jacob will become the father of 12 sons who will become the 12 tribes and start the 12 tribes of Israel. So God is able to write straight with their crooked lines. And this gives us hope that God can do the same for us. That God can write straight with our crooked lines. This is not to say we should not try to live lives on the straight and narrow and simply do what we want and trust that God will straighten it out. No, we should try to follow the commandments. But God knows that we're human and will make mistakes, that we're all in need of conversion. And this idea can help us understand the gospel, that we do not use unshrunken cloth on new clothes or on old clothes, or put new wine into old wine skins, because it'll either make things worse or ruin the whole thing. That when we have a conversion moment on our faith journey, my brothers and sisters, that we need to move forward and do things differently. That we cannot use the new grace to fix an old problem or a past mistake. And we cannot be trying to be a new person and still keep trying to do our old habits. No, we need to be forgiven for our sins and mistakes. And that is why we have the sacrament of reconciliation. And we need to move forward and try to do things differently, in a new way. And if we do this, my brothers and sisters, this is how God can write straight with our crooked lines. That even though we're not perfect, we sin, we go sideways, that if we recognize our sins, ask forgiveness, and try to do better, that God can work with this. That God can help us still accomplish God's plan and get us where we need to go, both in this life and the one to come.